What is up, guys? It's me, girl Shant'e, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome to the channel. If you aren't new, scratch that. Welcome back. Let's just get straight into this video. So this story time is about how me and my cousin got into a fight over my boyfriend. Well, not my current boyfriend, but my ex-boyfriend. So let's just go to the backstory of how this all happened, because the backstory is really how it all happened. Okay, so my cousin is just gonna, her name is just gonna be Cousin, because it's no point to give her a name. So Cousin. Okay, so this is around the time this particular boyfriend I dated before Demon. So I had just literally graduated. So I was working at movies. I keep telling y'all, the era of me working in a movie theater is when my life was chaotic. So boom, I was working at a movie theater. So I was hanging with this girl named Cece. I'm gonna give her name is Cece. So technically me and Cece should have fought, but y'all finna peep everything, whatever. So I was chilling with Cece. It was me, Cece, nephew. I'm gonna call him nephew because he was, what am I gonna call my ex-boyfriend? What do I want to call him? Rich. We're gonna call him Rich. Okay, so it was me, nephew, Cece, and Rich. So all of us was chilling. So I didn't know Rich. The only person I knew was Cece and nephew. But we were all chilling. She had told me to come to her house, whatever. So we was just chilling, you know, chopping it up, you know, doing what people do. So we sitting there. So Cece never told me that she had liked Rich, none of that. Because Cece had a boyfriend. Keep this in mind. Cece had this same boyfriend she was obsessed with since we were in high school. So ain't nobody ever took Cece serious about her leaving the boy because she was so obsessed with him. So ain't nobody, yeah, we wasn't never thinking none of that. So she never forewarned me about nothing, them talking, none of that. I think she just had a thing for him, and that was just that. So anyway, moving on. So we was chilling at Cece's house and we was talking about a fight. I don't know who was fighting, but you know I always got the exclusive fights or whatever. It was always me. So I was the only one with the video. So Rich ended up asking me to send him the video through DM. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we all just sitting there laughing, whatever. Now Cece was kind of like, you know how people be a little flirt, but who don't do a little flirt? But he was giving off like, what? Like he was giving up, it ain't that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm gonna let her do a thug this or whatever the case. So I get home, everybody go home or whatever. So Rich ended up DMing me again about the fight, but we were just laughing about the fight or whatever. So it went from friendly to flirty in like 2.5 seconds. So I'm like, whoa. So I automatically asked him, I was like, well, you know, don't you and Cece got something going on? And he like, no, Cece got a whole boyfriend. So I had forgot. I was like, oh yeah, she do go with such and such and such and such. But in my head, I'm like, but why would she? That ain't none of my business. So he was like, don't got nothing to do with me. I don't talk to her. She don't talk to me. It's never been that. You know, it is what it is. I want to talk to you. So I'm scratching my neck. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, you see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to get into you know, a lot of riffraff. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, you know, he ended up doing a little soft game and up getting your girl, whatever. So me and him started dating. So when we started dating, we had already, you know, talked about it or whatever, because I kept stressing him like, you know, I just don't want nobody to think that I'm flaky or whatever the case may be, because that's not that. But if y'all not talking, it's no point for nobody to feel no type of way. So he like, exactly. So when we first started talking, we didn't like automatically just jump out and let everybody know. We did the little whole face cover up. He covered the face, I covered the face. We did that. So in particular, this day, we were chopping it up and he was like, okay, I'm slick, kind of tired of being undercover. Like, I'm tired of the emoji on the face. So I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. Call my best friend, you know, I got to talk to my bestie for the restie about the situation. So I'm like, you think I should? She said, girl, if you don't post that picture, can't nobody get mad, because they weren't dating, they weren't talking, nobody put no claims on who was whose, because that's one thing that we do. If I'm in a group with a whole bunch of girls, if we see a guy, first person put claims is the person that get him, everybody else lose feelings. That's just how the game go. If I say I want him, everybody thought he was cute. If I said it first, so I talked to him first, all feelings for everybody else goes away. That's just how it's supposed to go. So that's how I'm thinking it's supposed to go. Okay. So y'all, I'm literally sitting here cracking up at myself because I still look like the bad guy regardless of the situation. So let me clear this up, even though it's not gonna clear nothing, because I still gonna look like the bad guy.
She didn't justify that she wanted to talk to him. When she told me to come to her house, she literally just said, "Oh, it's gonna be me, Rich, nephew, and you." At that point, that was open floor to say, "I like Rich. You know, this is my little time to get to know him. It's gonna be like a little third wheel situation." She never said that. And for the also record, he also stated it was never that. I never made a pass at her. None of that. So this whole situation really was a misunderstanding on her end. Instead of her just saying I like him, she didn't say that. But for the record, she didn't make it clear. So that's why I still proceeded to talk to him, because it wasn't clear that she liked him. She just gave a little flirt, and again, she had a boyfriend. But anyway, back to the story.
So boom, I post a picture of me and him. It drops, it goes dumb. Like, I'm talking about, the picture went viral. Everybody was just like, no, 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 no. Everything just popping up, just popping up. So, I'm feeling a little, I'm like, okay, this is cute. Till the shade comes on Facebook, and then everything went crazy. So the first person to say something was my cousin. Now, mind you, my cousin and him, it was in the streets that him and my cousin or whatever, but it wasn't confirmed. It just never was confirmed, so nobody really addressed it because it was never confirmed. It was just a rumor. So I was just trying to figure out why everybody coming for me if this rumor was in the air that they, but when okay, cool. So my cousin, she drops the first little shade, "Oh, y'all cute." So me thinking it's genuine, I'm like, "Oh, thank you, cousin," da 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 da. So CC gets on Facebook and she just goes stupid. "Oh, it's always your friends that backdoor you, da 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 da. That's crazy. I introduced y'all, we was all chilling together, and you gonna go behind my back and talk da 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 da." So in my head, I'm like, you never made it clear that y'all was talking. Like, we all literally was just chilling outside on some friendly, you see what I'm saying? And the whole time you gotta do, CC, so what? I'm making make sense, baby. The math ain't mathing. Help me. So we sitting there chilling, and I call my best friend. I'm like, "Girl, they going dumb on Facebook about me and Rich." So I call him. After I call my best friend, we chopping up. You know how I met my best friend. She's like, "Girl, ain't nobody gonna want to fight, so it is what it is." So I call him. He at work. He's saying the same thing my best friend saying. They don't want to fight. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't talk to them. I never wanted her. We just made that, like, he made that very, very clear. Like, ain't no back. One thing I can say about this ex, ain't nobody tried me when it came to him. Like, I'm talking about what? We was locked in for sure. And so he was just like, don't even worry about it. Like, it is what it is. Like, we don't even hang around them anyway. So it's like, at this point, because when we got together, it really was just us. You know how it is when you date somebody, once y'all start dating, it's just really y'all two at this point. So that's how it was. So boom, I get a DM from my cousin. I want to say it was from my cousin first, and she was just like, that was really messed up because CC had liked him. So in my head, I'm like, why is my cousin DMing me and not CC? But I already know how CC is, so I'm like, whatever. So I'm just entertaining my cousin. So she like, that was messed up. You knew that they was talking. I said, first of all, I didn't know nothing. I said, nobody made anything clear about nothing. I said, if CC feels some type of way, if she want to break up with him, you know what, go break up with him. Let me know. It is what it is. So she like, it don't even matter no more now. Okay, so if it don't matter, why are we addressing this situation is the question that I'm trying to figure out. Why are you? So I asked her, because I said, okay, so why are you the spokesman? Why are you coming at me like this your dude or something? So she was like, oh, well, it's not even like that, but come on, let's calm down before whoop, yada yada yada. So my cousin getting hyped. I'm like, well, hold up, because this ain't that. Like, what's good? Like, what's up? Like, now let me tell y'all a fun fact about me and my cousin. When we were in high school, me and my cousin, y'all know I'm little. Me and my cousin was little. We the same size. Everybody used to think they could bully us, whatever the case may be. So at this moment, me and my cousin going head to head, but instead of us going head to head with the people who it should have been that head to head with, we going head to head with each other. And the math not mathing, because I'm like, why are you coming at me by the dude that don't belong to you? If anybody should have smoke, it should be me and CC, but CC still not addressing me. So I took my frustration that I was going off on my cousin straight to CC DM. I said, is there a problem? oh, you already know what's going on. That was really lame. You knew I said, CC, I did not know you wanted to talk to him. I had all us outside together. I showed you who he was. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you showed him because I asked you who he was and I didn't know who he was. So, and I said, don't you got a boyfriend? That's not the point, babe. That is the point. You got a dude. Why are you arguing with me about my dude and you got a dude? I'm trying to figure out. So at this point, we just going back and forth. And I'm like, do y'all want to fight? Do y'all want to fight? Do y'all want to fight? So I text my cousin. I said, y'all can meet me on the I the next day or whatever. Da, 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 da. So if you from Savannah, if you know, you know. Okay. So they like, okay, yeah, da, da, da. Y'all won't believe what went down that night. So I'm on the phone with my best friend, you know, chopping up like the situation. Let her know, yeah, tomorrow we finna fight. You know, we calling the girls, whatever. Because I'm already knowing what's finna go down. So we all on the phone. Next thing you know, I get a doo-doo-doo on the other line. So I'm like, hold on, bestie. So boom. Oh, we outside. Woo, you can come outside. Hold on. Click. I said, girl, all these bees is at my door. So my best friend going dumb. It's like, what, 11, 12 o'clock at night type situation. Like, my best friend like, don't go outside because if they jump you, I'm going to be blowed. So she like, no, don't go outside because if your cousin or if CC want to fight you, we can literally just wait till tomorrow. Like, why would y'all even show up? The thing about it was they really wanted to catch me by myself. So I called Babe like, nope, don't go outside. So he like, you need me to come to the house. Everybody going off because y'all done came to a nigga door 11 o'clock at night and I done told y'all we could fight the next day. I already knew what type of time it was. It was like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them plus a nigga. So no, I'm not going outside. Y'all niggas is tripping. I told y'all meet me on the eye the next day, period. I called him, I said, no, we fight tomorrow. I'm not coming outside. We fight tomorrow. Y'all can call it whatever it is. And it's not scary because if I'm telling you we fighting tomorrow, we fighting tomorrow. I'm not gonna come outside at 11 o'clock at night and it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 1. No, period. So boom. We got all this, so we didn't call our other homegirl. She, they want to come to the house, like they finna jump back. Tomorrow I'm there. So boom, tomorrow comes 12 o'clock, whatever. So in my head, whole time, now mind you, I didn't threaten my cousin. I'm like, me and her gonna fight. Whole time I don't want to fight my cousin. CC, you ain't never seen this part. This is just the truth. I was intentionally supposed to fight you, sis. That's how this was supposed to go. I had planned in my head that CC, as soon as I seen CC, I was zooming straight to her and I was gonna knock her head off her shoulders because I was really already blowed because you got on Facebook and you went to acting the fool and people know I do not like my business on social media. So that's really that one thing to grind my gear is to put my business out on social media. And a lot of females did that and that's what made me fight them because if we gonna do something, come to me direct. Like y'all be having my numbers, y'all be having my inbox. And why go on social media and do the most? Like it's not even that deep. So boom, when they pull up, we walk into the fight or whatever. Well, we walk into the street supposed to fight on. So I'm talking to my best friend and them, but I'm really tuning them out because I'm really in my head. They don't even know what's finna go down. Like they didn't even know my intentions was to fight CC, but CC got out the car all slow up. But I told him as soon as I see either one of them, I'm gone. I'm not talking. I'm not doing it. We just gonna square up and we just gonna get to fighting. That's just what it was. So boom, my cousin and them pull up. They pull up with it was CC, my cousin, another girl, and the girl brother. So before the fight happened, I'm calling Rich. Rich Rich had to go to work and I told him do not call out of work for this because it's not even that deep. Like it's not even that serious. He blowed. He's like, no, because I need to be there because last night they tried to jump you. Like he going off. So he done called my nephew. He like, you need to make sure you at that fight tomorrow. If you're not at that fight, we're gonna have a problem because they bet I jump my girl. I'm talking he going dumb, going stupid, retarded, mental dumb behind me, period. So we get to the fight or whatever. My nephew ain't show up, so he cursed my nephew out anyway. But it was neither here nor there. None of the brother had respect for all the girls out of there, so it ain't had nothing to do with him. He just made sure, you know, nothing crazy was going down and he could be able to pull everybody apart or whatever. And me and the brother was cool, so he had no smoke with. He really did not have no smoke with nobody out there. So anyway, we pulled up to the fight and my cousin ended up getting out first. So you know me, I keep my word. I'm just gonna go. So boom, 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 me and my cousin walk up to each other. Boom, 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 boom. We fighting. So I can't say this. I would say my cousin won this fight because I kept falling. So we walk up to each other, boop, 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 we fighting. So I'm trying to think. I think, okay, boom, I grabbed my cousin, so I'm fighting her like this. I had her, and then I slipped and I fell. So she fell on top of me. So at this point, the only thing when it comes down to me fighting, I do not want my face to get touched. So I grabbed my cousin and I pulled her like this to me. So she on top of me, but she can't move because I got her shirt so tight. Because one thing about it, if you on top of me, you ain't finna fight. You not finna punch me in the face. That's what we not finna do. So we like this. So they done broke us up. We got up. Boom. Now the whole fight, it was fair. Like, it was never to the point where my cousin was on top of me or I was on top of her. We was doing each other down bad. It was not like that. We let each other square up. So we got up, squared up again. Boom, 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 boom. We get to fighting. I fall again. So at this point, my cousin on top of me, but none of her things, they not connecting. Like, none of her hits not connecting. So at this point, I done took my foot and I took it in the middle of her private area and I done flipped her to the side. So now we both on the ground, but we both like swinging like this. Now at this point, we swinging, but we laughing. Like, me and my cousin was cracking up during this fight. Cause we fighting and they like, what are y'all doing? Like, we just sitting there talking. I'm like, why are we even fighting? She's talking about B. I don't even freaking know. I said, it's because you done sat right here, you done let these girls boost your, like, we having a whole conversation during this fight. So I'm like, you sitting here, you let these girls boost your head up to fight your cousin. I said, this not even your dude. So like, as we talking, we fighting each other. So I'm cracking up. So she was like, we just started laughing. So we stopped. So everybody around us was like, y'all need to get up. Now this is the funny part. My homegirl, she was like, okay, so which one of y'all was outside of her house last night? Ain't nobody say nothing. I'm talking about everybody was on that rah, 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 rah. Let's go to her house tonight. What's up? We can do what it do tonight. Cece talking about she done had her taser and this and that. So when my homegirl asked who want to fight, ain't nobody want to fight. All of a sudden, the math wasn't mathing for me. I was like, so now y'all quiet. But when I was by myself. So I'm like, bruh, this is crazy. So me and my cousin, we get done fighting or whatever. So the fight over, because at this point, it wasn't even a fight. It was really just wasted time. So we get up and I told my cousin, I said, it is what it is. I'ma still pop my girl, I don't care nothing about none of that. Cece, you too. I was talking to the other girl. I was just everybody. Like, I was just mad because I'm just like, at this point, this was lame. Like, so we just outside going back and forth. Nobody else wanted to fight. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all really want to fight me about a dude? So we out there arguing. So I'm like, y'all really want to fight me about a dude? Da-da-da-da-da. So she was like, cause that's just so Cece, you got everything to say now. Cece got everything to say at the fight. So I'm like, I really should have fought you. That job lame. So she had her taser in her pocket. So my best friend like, I don't care. I kick that taser out your hand. What's up? Like, my best friend was pissed off because she just like, bro, that job lame. So my best friend mentioned something that I forgot about. She said, Cece, I don't even know why you mad at Shant'e, because you used to talk to one of her exes in high school and ain't told her till y'all started dating. I say, you know what, bestie? You're right. She did date such and such and such in high school. So baby, how are you, man? Yeah, karma came back and spit the block on you. Yeah, that is true. Like, that is true, y'all. That thing was so funny. So my nigga, he blows. One, Rich couldn't be there. Two, he like, I don't even understand why y'all even fighting. And he had asked my cousin, he was like, why would you even fight your cousin? We didn't date. What did you fight in they battles for? So me and my cousin, they got into a whole fight behind females. But when the next day came, they was blood because I was still talking to her. Like, that's my cousin. Like, I'm gonna fight you. We call it a day. Like, I wasn't intentionally supposed to fight my cousin, and we didn't have no bad blood because like I said, when we were on the ground fighting, we was talking to each other. Like, we was like, girl, we cousins, we not finna fight. That's why the fight was fair. Like, that's why when I was on top of when she was on top, it wasn't never no, yeah, like we finna get up. Like, if that was on the street, it wasn't finna be none of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be whoever on top gonna do each other down bad, and that's just what it was. But I ain't had no smoke with my cousin. Like, nothing, my homegirls, they didn't have no smoke with my cousin either. The smoke was with Cece because it got to the point where you had my cousin being the spokesman, and I was only mad at my cousin because she allowed them to really entertain her, to push her to fight a fight that had nothing to do with her. That's what I didn't understand. Like, the whole time, I'm like, the math ain't math, then what are we fighting for? Like, CC, if you just didn't want to fight, you should have just said that. So we had smoked this whole entire time for a long time behind this situation, and I ain't never had talked to them. And then, you know, we got older. I had, you know, how we ended up finding each other on Instagram. We laughed about it, you know, kiki, cool. And that was just that on that. Like, I was just really like, why? Like, why? Why didn't you just say, hey, you know, I like him? He off the chart. But that was the story. But I ain't, the math wasn't math in this whole entire story time. Because like I said, y'all leave a comment down below who was wrong. If I was in the wrong, tell me I was in the wrong. If Cece was in the wrong, tell Cece was in the wrong. Y'all can't even say nothing about my cousin. I mean, my cousin, the only thing y'all can say is that she was slow. Because why would you even fight your cousin in a situation that had nothing to do with you? If anything, you should have been on your cousin's side. Cousin. Yeah. But that was the story time about how me and my cousin got into a fight over my boyfriend. Which is retarded. But if you guys like that story time, make sure you comment down below. Make sure you thumbs this video up, and make sure you turn post notifications on so your phone can beep. Well, that's my way to do what it does when your girl posts a video. I love you guys.